everyone, early independence greetings to you all watching right across the country. I am excited tonight because what I will be showing you all will all be related to PNG and especially our Independence Day. From the PNG color decorations that you can do at home to a place that holds a rich history of Papua New Guinea, and we also visited a tiny market that sells items brought in from right across the country. But first, let's head down to the kitchen and see what brand new recipe that Richard Mark will be cooking for us.
Hello everyone, name me Richard Mark. Me blo abus nakumu. With me now, we me cooking beef stew. All ingredients we me start now. Me got beef, 1 kilo beef. You can use any kind of meat. Beef stew doesn't mean that you use beef, so you can use anything, and you can call it whatever. We've got a mix of capsicum, diced, olive oil, carrot, red onions, now white onions, mixed spices, salt and pepper, ginger and garlic, and lastly we got gravy. Time up when we finish the dish. First of all, you may prepare our beef bloomy. Beef will come on the strips, so we diced it down a bit. Dice him down a click. This could serve 4 to 5 people. You can chop to your desired sizes. I just want mine chunks. And now, we finish one them chop them all steak strips, blimi. We can now proceed to preparing to add the ingredients. Then we finally boil him beef blimi. Okay. First of all, you put him olive oil, just a little dash of it. You may go back one time garlic, ginger, pinch of pepper, salt, paprika, mixed spice. Let that flavor sit through. We'll let that cook a bit, and then we'll add our beef. Okay, we can add our beef now. Gently, just let him throw inside. Why you may sear him is so that we get the flavors tenderizing the meat, and then eventually we'll bring it to a boil, and then we can add in all our ingredients. So we'll cook it for, let's say, 3 to 5 minutes. You almost want to see the meat becoming brown, golden brown on the outside, and then you'll know that it's ready. All right, so meat them almost tenderized now. Want them juice? You can add water depending on how soupy you like him. Stew, watery or thick. It can depend. You can add water to your liking. For us, we'll probably use 1 cup of water just to help with the juice. That will add to the stock of gravy blimi. At this point now, the meat's already cooked through. You can start to add your ingredients now and start building up the flavors for the gravy at the end of it. So we'll first of all add our capsicum, mixed capsicum. Now we're adding our carrots. And finally our mixed onions, red onions and white onions. Give that a little bit of stir. I usually leave my veggies to cook for less than 2 minutes because you want that crunch in your stew too. So just give it a toss. Now sa i-add all veggies blimi. You want to reduce the heat to simming. So let me down the You me down him now liglig so amba boil easy. Okay, you may check him now. It's almost coming to a boil. Slowly, we want to add our gravy now. You can add as much as 2 tablespoons of gravy. Depending on how thick you want your stew to be. No restrictions there. Once you put your gravy in, the key now is to just let it simmer. Let's give it 2 more minutes. You can add your salt and pepper now, or you can, when you're plating, you can add them. But we're ready to plate in the next couple of minutes. Let's check on the pot. It should be ready now. Oof. Tell you what, it looks delicious. We're ready to plate. Okay. There you have it, our beef stew with mixed veggies. When we plate him now, we're just about to serve. I've got rice. At home you can use some cow, banana, potato, or whichever side dish you want to have. It will taste the same. Excellent. Okay. Thank you very much. This is our beef stew with mixed veggies. Be sure to make it at home, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it like we will. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Richard Mark from Haus Nakumu. Look you again.
Thank you, Richard. Richard speaks passionately about food, and you can follow him online with the tag Haus Nakumu. We will take a quick break, and when we return, we find out 5 reasons why you should create footpaths outside your house. Welcome back. Now let's hear from Rahul. He's a civil engineer with Jerish Construction, and he will tell us 5 advantages why we should create footpaths outside our house.
Hello, myself Rahul, civil engineering from Jerish Construction. We are manufacturing paving blocks in residential, house and industrial zones areas. The paving block is one of the most popular flexible surface treatment. There are more advantage on these paving blocks. Low maintenance. It can be easy to maintain at any climate, low cost effective. To install, we don't need any more equipments on this brick. Easy to install and repair. After once the paving done, it's any electric or plumbing work, we can easily remove and we relocate again in same places. In paving blocks, we not able to create any cracks like that. So if interlock perfectly means we know it won't take any cracks like those things. Those pavings are the eco-environment friendly. The paving blocks is used in footpath and carway, driveways. Heavy load can be loaded in this pavement, it never will be broken. Its lifespan will be at 25 to 30 years. Papua New Guinea's peoples will more like these paving blocks because of these PNG colors and eco-friendly, easy maintenance, low cost. Because of that, they are attracted by these paving blocks. In this pavement, we don't need many materials, only gravel and sand and those chemicals we are providing. It will be easy to curing by that chemicals. From the Jerry's construction, we have done a more project in Sogari High Schools and St. Joseph Churches and Kennedy Street, New Power. The plenty project is going on. This is a small scale business we are running with 25 national employees. For concrete cement, we can go forward to the paving blocks. It will be so better to use this one. Those paving blocks is guaranteed for 20 to 25 years lifespan. It is used by M50 ratio. Heavy vehicle loaded also, it cannot be brake or something else. So we will suggest these paving blocks to do in your houses, footpath and driveway, like those things. It look beautiful and it will be eco-friendly.
From Jerry's Construction, keep watching.
House and Home continues after the break. Don't go away. Thank you for staying with me. You're watching House and Home. Here are 5 websites that can help you. Some useful websites that you can use. The first one is thisToThat.com. This2That will help you to glue just about anything, like gluing ceramic to glass or fabric to metal. Once you key in what you want to attach, you will see pop-up hits that could give you the type of glue you should use. The second website is recipepuppy.com. This website will show you what recipe you can make using the ingredients that you have. For example, potato pancake recipes with onions and eggs, but without green onions. Your search results will show a couple of recipes you should try. iFixit.com is a website that will show you how to fix just about anything. The articles published there are authored by experts from different fields. Our second last useful website that we all can use is unlistmyinfo.com. This website will help you find out about which websites store data about you and tell those other websites to unlist your info. You will be asked to enter your Gmail and the website will search for your other data. Our last incredible website is privnote.com. This website will send notes to the other people you want to reach. Now the coolest part is that the note will self-destruct after being read. Stay tuned for an exciting tour inside the National Museum. That's after the break. Welcome back to the show. I am here at the National Museum and Art Gallery in Waigani. I will check out the different sections inside the museum, but I must tell you, this place is a beautiful, safe location that you and your family should visit. I am now in the National Museum's gallery and I can see the different artifacts on display, and I cannot wait to find out what they are, but I will speak with the expert of this place, thank you Loretta, and she will tell us more about what they are. So Loretta, tell us about the different types of artifacts here.
Welcome to the Bernard Mulu Gallery. Within this gallery space, you will find a lot of artifacts that are commonly used within an household. So I'll take you through the different exhibits to see what is on display.
So what are the different exhibits you have in here?
So apart from arts, arts in the form of paintings and artifacts, we also have exhibits that ranges from prehistory. We also have exhibits that are considered as natural history. So they represent the different sections that we have within the museum as well.
This is one of the 5 galleries. Tell us about the different galleries.
So we have Bernard Mulu Gallery as one. We also have Susan Carrick Gallery. We have the William Sam Gallery that are upstairs that we'll take you through in the next few minutes or so. And we also have a oral history gallery that is specific to history told for World War I and World War II, but specifically World War II with regard to Kokoda battle. For this gallery, we have, apart from carvings, there are, say, orator's tool, where today we have podiums, but say in the ancient times or prehistoric times, our ancestors used orator's tool to actually stand on to deliver speeches or to actually, say, deliver special messages during meetings and ceremonies. From the gallery itself, you can find a lot of artifacts from all 22 provinces of Papua New Guinea, including autonomous region of Bougainville. The museum itself was a gift from the Australian government. It was built in 1975 and opened by the Queen in 1977. And the refurbishment done within the gallery itself was quite recent, and thanks to Australian government for the money, we were able to refurbish most of the interior walls of the gallery itself, and it was done in, say, 2018. So we have different, say, visitors from babies, kids, to school children, as well as adults and able and disabled bodies. And interestingly, we are expecting a group of, say, kids from Port Moresby General Hospital who were sick for some time, and they'll be visiting soon. So they're kind of a special group of people that also visit the museum too. So we open from Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It's free for all. We don't open on weekends at the moment, but only on City Market when they are stationed here. And it happens, say, second week of every month. And it's free for entry into the museum. But for City Market times, it opens, say, you have to pay for the gate fee because they charge it. And it's only 2 kina per entry. I think special mention had to go through the prehistory section, especially archaeology. So most times, in terms of history, for PNG, say our history predates history. So let's look at prehistory more in detail to know about what our ancestors do. So our, say, timeline dates back to about 50,000 years ago. So yeah, prehistory is important. I'd very much encourage them to visit the museum. We have staff that can actually give them a guided tour to show them, you know, what artifacts that are on display, which ones are the earliest, and what those artifacts tell in relation to, you know, the stories that are attached to them. Okay, so in terms of collections, with regard to, say, ancient items, we don't at the moment because our collections are, we are developing a collection management policy itself. So With regard to collections, we only collect contemporary arts collections, and contemporary arts include paintings, and maybe in the future we're looking towards acquiring, say, pheasant designs or artwork created by our pheasant designers. So we have the Haus wing, which contains barbecue facility that families can actually come and visit and enjoy the surroundings. Apart from that, we have the lawn that people can visit and enjoy the company of the environment itself, as well as we have outside on the lawn Central Floriculture Association, and they are mothers that actually came here to sell the flowers as well as other arts and crafts, including cooked food, and those cooked food are say organic, local food. Nowadays we have podiums where people deliver their speeches. In the prehistoric times, our ancestors' times, they stand on orators' stool to deliver speeches and deliver important messages. So this orator stool, you can find it's made out of different, say, items found within the specific area localities, including, if you look closely, you can find human hair as well. So it's a skull rack from the East Sepik River area, and it tells you a story about head hunting. So head hunting of enemy tribes, or enemies basically, where whenever they kill the person, they get the skull and tie it onto a vine or cane and have it hang onto this particular rack. Together with the, say, the skull, they also put in crocodile bones or even crocodile skulls, as well as pigs. Basically, they believe that enemy could give them or harness the power of that headhunter. So we are in front of the Tumuna Gallery. So within Tumuna Gallery, you'll find a lot of collections or artifacts that are on display. Artifacts that have spiritual connections in regard to them being placed as, wasman or guardians of houses, of gardens, or even people and in front of villages. So the display in front of us basically shows that PNG was a country that was practicing agriculture about 10,000 years ago, and that's an evidence shown in Cook Swamp. So Cook Swamp at the moment is enlisted as a World Heritage Site for PNG, the only World Heritage Site at the moment, and it provides evidence that the ancestors around 10,000 years ago practiced agriculture, meaning that they were no longer hunters and gatherers. They settled down and they domesticated plants and animals. And researchers conducted there have actually indicated that domesticating plants and animals started 10,000 years ago up until about 300 years ago. So here in front of us, we have the superb Bed of Paradise, which is part of the Natural History Collection of the National Museum. And in PNG, we have 38 species of Bed of Paradise, and this is one of them.
Thank you so much, Loretta, for that tour inside the museum. It was very informative, and I'm sure whoever that will visit it in future will enjoy the tour as well. Welcome back to the show. As we all know, this month is a very special month for every one of us right across the country because we will be celebrating our Independence Day. Now, we will be speaking to the experts who did this pavement at the back of me and find out how they did it.
Hello, my name is Paris. Been working with this company, Jerry's Construction, for 2 years now as a bricklayer. We usually do the bricklaying about pavement blocks. We are specialized in pavements, bricklaying. It's a construction company. We've been operating here for 2 years now. We have 3 main colors, red, black, and gold. We have some more colors, but they are still yet to arrive. We see that the 3 colors are our main PNG colors, so we decide to use them most. Most our customers, we encourage them to use that color. So when they come and whatever shape they want, we say, okay, you can get the same, but the colors we have is only these 3 colors, and because it's PNG, so we decide to use those colors mainly.
From the beautiful pavement that you saw with PNG colors on it, it starts from here, from the gravel and of course the sand on the other side, where they fetch them into the mixer at the back. And yeah, there's several other processes that they attend to before it reaches the final stage. So let's go and see what equipment that's there. After the mixing, the color is then added inside here. This is the color grinder. And then it's poured into the molds and placed on this vibration bed.
Some people thought that we order them, import them from other countries, but so we locally do it here in Taroma. Most people they saw it as it's a payment block, so they think that it's for only outsider. So when they if they want it, they say, oh, can you put it on my driveway or it's around my house or field or something like. They don't think of inside using as a floor, as a ground floor. We just lay them up, but we create our own design. Or we can ask the customer or the clients, the person who buys our product. If he wants a design, we can do design like flowers or anything, diamond. Or, it depends on the shapes and colors we have. We can do it because the colors are the yellow, the red, and the black. And then we got white too, so we can put white as a stars, and the black, red, and the yellow itself will be the bed of paradise. And then we can make a PNG map, PNG flag, sorry. Yeah, we have 10 different molds, and rubber mold we have 2, that's club and the 50 size shape. Plastic we have zigzag, but different pattern, about 3 or 4. And then we have the other one we call butterfly and spider, T, and we got H, and only square. Yeah, 8. For those of people who are interested in our product and services, you can contact us on 7314-6186, or you can WhatsApp us on 7597-7093. You can contact us through Facebook at Jerry's or our Gmail at jerry's20@gmail.com.
That was something new, and I'm sure many of us do not see this often, the PNG colors as pavements. So after the break, I have more for you. Stay tuned. You're watching House and Home. Located under a mango tree, this little market sells items from right across the country. Have a look.
Well, the mango tree market started about 2 years ago, and basically it was spawned by the coronavirus, COVID-19, which put most of us around the country, around the world out of work, so we had to look at alternatives. And my family, we left the side of sport and event management because as soon as COVID hit, all the venues closed and there was restrictions on large gatherings, so that really shut us down. So we had to look for alternatives, and luckily for us, my elder sister Simone, who lives in Canada, had a collection of arts and crafts. So she said, well, why don't you move those and you can earn some capital to support the family at home. So we decided to do that. So we established under this tree here called it's a local bye-bye tree, a mango tree. And it used to be the place where a late auntie of mine, bless her soul, used to market here. So when she departed 2 years ago, sadly, and the fun aspect is, it's something that I always had a passion for. You know, when you're a patriot and you love arts and crafts and you look at the intricacy of a lot of designs and how things are created from wood on cloth in tapa, it just blows your mind away. And then when you start promoting these on the international stage overseas via social media, like on Facebook, it really grabs people's attention and brings the focus back to PNG for all the right reasons. So that's one of the inspirations behind me getting involved with the mango tree market. And we've now got our online establishment of mango tree market in Canada. So we have our products already in Canada, flying the flag for PNG. Do it in Canada. And we now have a sister, Connie McKinley, who's opened up a Brisbane port for the mango tree market. So for the clients in Australia, they want stuff right now. It's already there. We've already sent down consignments to Brisbane. So independents, they want mirror blouses, they want bilooms, they want headdress, necklaces, storyboards, you name it. It's already there. So it saves them on the freight, it saves them time. And Connie's, she's just the biggest patriot living overseas. And what you find is people that have been living in Australia for long periods of time, I'm not talking about 5 or 6 years, I'm talking about 3 or 4 generations, lived there for 50 or 60 years, they still want to feel PNG at independence time. There are 10,000, maybe people all over the world, 10,000, 20,000 miles away, they're still proud of our country, no matter what's happening here. So independence, they want to feel it. They got the bilums. They want to dance it, they'll get all the bilas from us. They want to taste it, they'll get the peanut butter and jams. They got the essences. And it just makes them feel like when they get all their clothes and merry blouses, the colors are there. Feather flag for PNG, no matter how far away you are. So we're just facilitators. We want to make it happen. And you don't have to be in PNG only to be a patriot. You can live thousands of miles away. Just imagine how homesick they feel 16th of September every year. So we give them what they want, give them the essence, give them the feeling, and we all celebrate independence together. That's what it's all about. Well, initially we started with a lot of storyboard products. We are not limited to one particular area. Now it's become more diversified. One of the issues that has spawned this has been mobility. People that can't get to market, no friends. So you might see a cousin from the highlands selling CP carvings and central beads. It's because he has access to the market, he can get there, so he's selling on their behalf. So with us, we're not limiting ourselves to one ethnic culture or to one particular region. We're trying to be as diverse as we can. And that's the thing, is because you'll find mango trees all around the country. So we're getting art from all around the country as well in a similar way. So we started with storyboards from Kambot, East Sepik, and then Bilums from Maprik and from Wewak Town. And then we've started to get one of our favorites, the hot seller, is the Kainentu rugs from the Eastern Highlands. Very popular overseas and also in PNG, despite our climate. And then we've got from Bougainville, we got the Banoni baskets, CY baskets. They make a lot of woven trays and placemats. And then, of course, in Millen Bay, we've got the Yanua Kitchen Jams, which has just exploded in the last year. And currently she's got 3 flavors out. So you have pomelo, starfruit. She's got a mix now. It's pineapple and starfruit, and it's called the Tropical Zing. So it's got a bit of kick. But with the jams, it's got a very strong local and expatriate market. And people have even asked for them to go overseas. We've sent them as far as Micronesia to Yap. And now we've got another consignment getting ready to go to Sydney. So the jams are on a roll, and now joining in from Millen Bay is Goody Foods to distribute Goody peanut butter, smooth and crunchy. Try it yourself today. Call me. They're absolutely fabulous. And the thing with the products, the jams and the peanut butter that are coming out of Millen Bay, is the jam maker operates on seasonal fruits. So if people like pineapple and pineapple season is over, you'll have to settle for starfruit and pomelo or even marmalade. And the peanut butter, they go in cycles with the harvest of the local peanuts there, because they work with they reach out to cooperative societies in the islands and in the villages. So it's a fantastic thing they do down there. Robert Fiugara and the daughters Genevieve and Meriba. So they reach out to the rural population, they empower them, and they got income and cash flow going back to the people in the villages. Yeah, we get people that come here looking for niche things. Like they say, we don't want the touristy things, like if a cruise boat comes in or plane lands, we don't want things that you'll find regularly. We want things that are mysterious, unique on their own. So they come to me to outsource and find things like that for them. So that's one of the aspects. And people like the variety. But now if you go to the Port Moresby City Markets, which was established by Sylvia Pascoe, no support, all on her own, and the Pascoe Group, they're doing a fantastic thing at the craft market scene. And a lot of SMEs are selling products of other SMEs as long as it's not in the same market as what they're promoting and selling. So it's like you're part of a bigger family, and that's the feeling you get around Port Moresby. And the new one, fresh out of Millen Bay, from my granddaughter, Tyra Sioni. Oh, this girl is way ahead of her time. She has no limits. She's got so much promise. She's released a pack called Millen Bay Essence. So what it is you get 50 ml bottles of scented oil, and there's 3 different types. So you can have the classic, which is like vanilla and lavender, and then you can have a tropical one, which is starfruit pineapple, and then you can have the fusion pack, which is orchids and vanilla, and it's all blended. And she sells 50 ml oil bottles and 10 ml sprays, and you also get a pair of earrings and a hair clip. I mean, hair clips don't matter to me, but to the ladies, it's a set, and she's got it well packaged. She's got a labeling on it, so her branding is perfect. She's only a teenager, so I'm actually a reseller on their behalf, because the market base is in Port Moresby and not in Millen Bay, so they're not struggling, but it helps to get the products out and in the public eye and being marketed and promoted. So that when I see people like Tyra sending her things up to me, it's just a margin, a small margin to cover the freight and transfer. And then you've got to be able to pay for the fuel to pick the cargo up, take it out to the markets, and then pay for your power, pay for your phone and call credits and data. So everything adds up, and which comes into the final price. So in the SME industry, if someone is an SME selling to you, don't haggle. CY baskets, they're called teapot baskets because of the shape, the round base and handles. And the CY baskets, some are from Buin, the quality of weaving is so high that they won't unfurl for 30, 40, 50 years. And that's why people pay the prices they have to, because they have to be shipped from the villages to town, some by boat, some by PMV. Some people have to walk for hours and hours, and then they get on the plane and then they're freighted over, and then they finally get to the markets. And they're worth every toya. They have burukos, which are the traditional bougainville fans, mostly used for ceremonies by the ladies. They're absolutely eye-catching, and yes, so they have trays as well and placemats. Those sell very, very quickly and are popular overseas. And what's next? The Civic storyboards, they're a specialized niche market. A lot of Europeans like them. And for interior decoration, they're absolutely fantastic. So whether you're living in PNG or abroad, storyboards are always a go-to. They're very popular as well. I was in Alatau in November, December with Mom for 2 weeks. And when my nephew invited us over, he said, "You should try these jams." I said, "Oh." Had for breakfast. I said, "That's absolutely fantastic. That is on par with the jams we import." Is there a reason for us to import when it can be done here in PNG? So I brought a couple of samples back from my family, 5 jars. 3 days they were gone. They are going to sell. So we started bringing up 30 jars a week, and they were going 30 jars a week were just vanishing. So this lady that was in Alatau was selling on the domestic front around town, to a very small market, and making ends meet. But by coming to Mosby and promoting on Facebook and getting them out to the craft markets, she's just over the moon. Her sales have gone up. It's a challenge because she's a single lady operation, Nemeka Kramer. So Janoa Kitchen, when the jams, fruits are out of season, she's making cheesecakes and baking birthday cakes and looking after parties and launches and openings. So she keeps herself busy. The mango tree market's only 2 years old, and it was established to support our family, but it was also established to support the late Leo and Elizabeth Hannett Foundation. My sister Simone, for her tambus, established the Leo and Elizabeth Hannett Foundation. So what she's doing is part of the profits from the mango tree market goes back into the foundation to support empowerment of women, but primarily education in Nissan Island. Because if you think about Nissan Island, to get there is 11 hours by boat. It is so remote, it's isolated, and it's literally forgotten out there. But if we get someone like Leo Hannett that comes from there to go on to become one of the greatest statesmen for PNG, the potential is massive. They just need that experience.
That was Steven from Mango Tree Market. You can also find them online, especially on Facebook. For more of such stories, keep watching Haus and Home. Time has caught up with us, so if you have any questions or queries regarding anything that was shown tonight, do not hesitate to contact my team and I on the contact details shown on your screen. Until then, I'm your host, Rosemary. Join me again next week, same time, here on your #1 to watch, EMTV.